Hi everyone, it's Claire from ScrappyNerdUK and welcome to day number 8 in my December daily. So I am working on a story about a Christmas wreath competition that we had at work. This is the last day actually that I was in the office before Christmas and before all offices got closed again in the UK. So yeah, we had quite a bit of fun this day with some Christmas activities, and this was one of them. And I completely stole this idea from Ali Edwards. She had a vellum paper in the kit this year that had, I think there were 9 wreaths on, 8 wreaths, 12 wreaths, I can't remember. It was in the 10x8 and I loved that paper. I didn't actually get anything from Ali Edwards this year. I went with my own stash and using, as I've said many times, the Rosie Studio collection. But I really liked the idea of that wreath vellum paper. So what I did was I went and found just some clip art on Google, and I then made my own. So I just copied the image onto I'm on Mac, so it's Pages, but if you're on Windows then it'll be a Word document. And I just sized it, or I created it in Canva first actually, and then I printed it out just onto a piece of vellum. Just a little tip: if you're going to print on vellum, use the draft setting to stop it printing with so much ink, and then it dries a lot better on the vellum. So I printed those 6 wreaths out, and then I printed my photos in squares, and then I trimmed them out just using a circle die. And then same idea as what Ali did. She used the wreaths as as placement for little pockets. So I'd actually cut some vellum circles and trimmed them in half, and then I've just stitched those on using my sewing machine. That was all done off camera as part of my prep pages, and now I'm just getting to do the fun bit with all the embellishments. So I had added a little bit of ribbon onto each of those little photos, just so there's something to hold on to when you pull them out. And now onto the decorating. So I found this little star, wood veneer star, in my stash, which was from one of the Ali Edwards story kits, and so I thought I was going to use that on there. And although I created that pocket, it was actually a pocket, I'm just going to stick that wood veneer straight on top. And then going into my stash of Rosie Studio, I pulled out these 2 red stickers, the 2 red banner pieces, and those are going across a couple of those pockets to add in a little bit more of that red. And then next up, I was trying to decide what I wanted to do for my journaling for this, and I was quite okay to have a tiny amount of journaling because I didn't really have much to say apart from the fact that this was a wreath making competition at work. And so I decided just to cut myself a small circle so using the same size as the photos, just out of some white cardstock. And this is using my, that is my go-to die cutting machine, which is the Gemini Mini. It's constantly out on my desk, so I highly recommend, if you're looking for a small die cutting machine, then the Gemini Mini is great. But yeah, I've just cut a circle, and my struggle again, even though it's a tiny little circle, I still wasn't confident to be able to journal in a straight line. So if you've got any hints or tips about how to journal in a straight line, then please feel free to leave those in the comments down below, because I struggle every time, and so I have to draw myself some journaling lines each time and then rub them out once I'm done. So I'm just adding my journaling in, as I said, to this tiny little circle. But if I felt that I had more of a story to tell, then I would have included maybe another insert or something, or multiple circles to add multiple bits of journaling. But this was okay and enough for me just to tell the story of what these all these wreaths were. And I'm just going to rub out the pencil marks using my rubber. This is my trusty rubber. And then I am done with that. I do decide to actually add on a little bit of ribbon to this one as well, just to make it all cohesive and go together. And I'm really sorry about the glare on that photo, I didn't quite realise. So I hope it's not too distracting. And then I actually attach this ribbon, I just fold it over and trim that off, and then I just attach it using my tiny attacher. And I was going to have the ribbon coming out the top like almost like a bauble, but the at the top of those wreaths there's like a little bit of holly, and I didn't really want to cover that up, so I've done it to the side, so you can still see the holly at the top of the wreath. And then just got to stick this wood veneer down, and I'm just using normal double-sided tape for this. I don't use my tape runner because I don't think that's going to be strong enough over time, so I'm just using some double-sided tape. I may have to go back and use red line tape if this doesn't stay on over time. It's stuck on there now, so I don't see why it wouldn't, but it does seem pretty secure. But red line tape would have been better, but I was just trying to get the page done, rather than messing around with bringing out some red line tape. So I suppose the final step then is just that large photo that I printed, which is the wreath that me and my team made. We unfortunately didn't win, absolutely gutted, because I thought our wreath was, and we had comments to say that our wreath was the best, and yet we still didn't win, so hey, what can you do? So I'm just sticking that down onto the back of day 7, and then this is done. So thank you very much for joining me today. Please give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, or if you've enjoyed this series, and leave any comments down below, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all again next time for some more December daily fun or some other scrappy projects. I'll see you all again really soon. Bye now.